All right, what's up, everybody? It's back Sunday. It's Easter. Just got inside from having a little Easter egg hunt with Cam and Coop. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely hot and humid out there, so it was a little crazy. They're trying to break into the door right now because they missed me already. But anyway, it's going to be a short video this week, and this is going to be the only video for the week. First of all, for those of you who have turned everything in or almost everything in, thank you. You've done great. There's still a few of you out there who owe me some things, but we're getting it in slowly but surely. So this week, you have one thing. That's it. One thing. No notes, no bunch of worksheets, just one thing. Okay. And here's what that one thing is. It is a World War II Leaders Project. Now, I know that P word is a little scary. I know that P word might make you think, oh gosh, roll your eyes. We already have projects in other classes. Trust me, this project is not going to be that big of a deal. So all you have this week is this. So if you've turned everything in, this is all you got. If you haven't turned everything in, you've got a week to get any late work in. At the end of the week, I'm gonna start plugging in zeros for things that you haven't turned in, and that's gonna make that grade look a lot worse, okay? So here's what you got. Online learning module for this week, Leaders Project. We probably shouldn't even call this a project because it's not really even that much of a project, okay? It's a very, very simple assignment. So you can go to assignments to get there, or you can go to modules and get there. And when you open it up, this is what you are going to see, okay? Hold up. All right, so at the top, we've listed six leaders of the main six countries of World War II. So at the top, we have the three Axis countries, Germany, Japan, and Italy. We have Adolf Hitler, Hideki Tojo, and your boy, Benito Mussolini. Then we have the three allies, FDR, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, and Joseph Stalin. Okay, so these are the allies. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to pick one leader from each side. So one of the top three, one of the bottom three, whoever you want, up to you, and complete the following questions for each leaders. Your answer should be in the form of complete sentences. Some questions will require more info than others. Now, this is a simple essay, if you will. It's more like short answers, but all you've got to do is pick two of these guys, one from the top three, one from the bottom three, and then answer these six questions. Now, it's not going to be 100 or 0 on this assignment, all right? If you write 6 sentences total, that's not going to be good enough for 100. I put out here in parentheses how many sentences you need to have for each question to get full credit, okay? If you don't do full, you won't get full credit, all right? So let's say you choose Benito Mussolini, okay? First question, a brief biographical description of their lives. Where were they born? Where did they grow up? Did they grow up rich, poor? What did he do growing up? Did they fight in the war? Anything like that. Anything about their upbringing and their lives before they were leader. Number two, a brief explanation of their political outlook. Are they democratic? Do they want more rights for the people? Do they want to rule as a dictator? How do they view politics? Okay. Number three, how did they come to power in their country? So, were they elected? Did they seize power? Did they overthrow the previous leader? Were they in a lower role and then get appointed to a higher role? How did they become the leader of their country? Number four, an explanation of how they governed while they were in charge. What kind of leader were they? Were they kind rulers? Were they dictatorial? Were they totalitarian? What kind of projects did they do while they were leaders? What are they known for in their time while they're leading? Things like that. Number five, brief description of how they lost power. Did they die? Did someone else get elected over them? Did they get removed from office? Did the people remove them from office? Did they lose a war and get removed? How did they lose their power? And then lastly, 1 to 2 sentences, an interesting fact about that leader that doesn't have anything to do with the meat and potatoes of this project. So I'm going to give you an example, and you can't use this example, but let's say you did Adolf Hitler. One example might be that Adolf Hitler was an extreme animal rights activist. He loved animals, okay? He was a vegetarian. So that's one fact that doesn't really have anything to do with the project, I guess, but it's one interesting fact about that person. So once you do all those for the first person, say we chose Mussolini, then you're going to pick one of these bottom three and you're going to do the same thing for them. Answer each question, hit the sentences amount that you need for each one. So if you count this up, let's say you do the bare minimum and you do 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 2 is 12 plus 1. So that's 13 sentences, and you got to do that times 2 for 2 liters. So we're talking 26 sentences. That is the minimum in order to get 100. But remember, this is all you have all week. This is all you got. So get it done, get it turned in. You'll turn it in just like you have on your previous assignments. Go to assignments. You can type it in a document and upload that document, or you can just type it straight into Canvas. Honestly, I prefer you just typed it straight into Canvas. Just put it in the room, get it done, bam. We're done. You can worry about your other classes. That's it. Man, I don't know if you can tell, I'm a year wiser. I've turned the big 3.5 this week. I know, old guy. But man, I miss you guys. Love you guys. Make sure you get your work in. I don't want to give anybody a 0 for any work. And remember, this isn't 100 or 0, okay? If you do some work, but you don't hit the minimums, you're going to make less than 100. So get that work in. Everybody get 100, and let's have a great week. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you guys.